He always has a chance. Okay, maybe not right now, but now actually coming from behind, Ninja Kill is now the one on match point to guarantee his spot and make it to grand finals. But Jukes just needs to readapt, just needs to find his space, find his hits. Ooh.
Defensive part's gone now for Jukes. Ninja Killer with the knockdown, so forward again.
Oh, he wants to end it here. He wants to immediately. And this honestly has to just be basically knockdown and a knockdown. Yeah, no grab.
Yeah, you got to take a forward throw, that's for sure right now.
Oh no. Oh no. Could this possibly be it? No, I don't think it quite be. I think only off the grab could you get that much, but this is going to be so close. And there's the next crushing blow. And now one more hit. Oh, the big drop. Wasn't able to get the 3-3-4, but there's still a chance. And winning this means that all those crushing blows are gone. That could be huge. Oh, the drop.
It's a huge opportunity for Jukes. No, the execution error is gonna lose it for him. The execution error when he had the chance to take the round and send us to the final round of the set. Instead, it's Ninja Killer taking it 3 games.
For SRU, switching to a different character. Right now going with Kano. I didn't see the exact loadout, but I'm assuming biomagnetic pull and acid and lumbar check. But let's see what he does bring to the table. Some Kanos like to mix it up just a little bit differently here. Ooh, gets the short hop headbutt here. Very risky stuff. And look at that. The first time he goes for the spit string. Killer Shinnok ready to duck under, ready to punish for full damage. That is not a good feeling if you're SRU right now. You tried to go with the Kano. You used a very specific Kano string, and Killer Shinnok ripped through it, read it like a book.
A near hood perfect here to get us started. A match point for Killer Shinnok. Gonna set Jackie ablaze.
Bet you might eat.
Puts the pump on. Ooh, what a nice little conversion on the entire forward one. That was still sexy. And no, the first execution error we've seen from Killer Shinnok, I feel like the entire tournament. The down one command grab. Nice help lead for SRU. And this Kano is a different kind of offensive monster. That character that has actual mix-ups versus what he was attempting with that Kung Lao. He's gotten started here. But Jackie, when she gets...
And we're back with some Mortal Kombat 11 action here at EVO. It has been insane with the amount of matches that we've seen today, including some epic names that we already know, right? With that, we have another epic name on our list up next. It's going to be the Mighty Unjust versus Darkjack 128.
Sony, no stranger to EVO here.
Nope.
Right? Shouts to Sony for everything they're doing in the FGC. Ran a online series that the Mighty Unjust is 700-time champion of. I'm a little bit exaggerating, but not really, Saki. Won a lot of tournaments for ESL and Sony. Coming into EVO, has always been one of the favorites. Every single tournament that we host in North America, every single one, Mighty Unjust is one of the favorites. But doesn't have that big result that we almost expect, because that's the pressure that he's kind of almost, I don't want to say put on himself, but by winning, he kind of has.
Yes.
When you start winning, people get used to you winning, and they start projecting you to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think with Mighty Unjust, he's such an interesting player, because when we talk about like Mortal Kombat as just like the meta, right? A lot of the times, counterpicking gets brought up quite a bit, and Mighty Unjust is definitely one of the well-known, picking those top tiers and really using those characters for all of their tools and what they're worth, essentially. And seeing Mighty Unjust not only online but also offline, it's actually really interesting. My first time seeing him was, I believe, at Summer Jam, if I'm not mistaken. And just to see his growth offline from then to now is actually really insane. I feel like what his biggest demon, in a sense, is the offline setting.
Yeah.
It's just getting into that mindset that there's a lot more happening than being online, obviously in the comfort of your own home, and just kind of straight up playing in a tournament for hours and hours, whereas in offline, you're around the very people that you're going through the bracket.
And you're sitting next to your opponent. You can feel the energy, right? You're there, absorbed by it. There's the pressure of knowing how many people are watching, not just online anymore. You know, there are people watching that are sitting, in a chat from their own homes. There's people here watching. There's people behind your shoulder. If you're playing in pools, there's people that are a foot behind you screaming at the top of their lungs.
Absolutely.
And you never know what can affect someone that's used to a setting that's under their own control. And that's huge in the FGC.
Yeah, and with that, we see a very rare pick. This is going to be Spawn versus Cassie right now. Now, this is interesting because, like we were talking about earlier, Cassie's not the character with the most health, right? That's 950 health. Whereas with Spawn, he has damage.
He's got it all. He has it all, ladies and gentlemen, and he brought the necrotic pool. I don't even know what the name of it's called. I just feel like saying a really long, cool word right there. But he brought a unique ability that I've only ever seen on Just Breakout. If Spawn is standing in it, watch his meter in the bottom left. You'll see it. I mean, it's a difference between a micro USB and a USB-C.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Indeed, indeed. That is a very good throw to try to keep Unjust in the corner right now. There it goes. He tried to bring up the pool itself, trying to get out of that corner, but that low gunshot is definitely stopping him from doing what he wants. And a very nice counter hit.
Okay.
This is good right now from Darkjack, applying the pressure, going for a throw here, definitely keeping Unjust in this corner. Nice down one. Oh, this is going to be crushing blow.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, no.
100%
It was
dead.
the only thing. I mean, that was just... And when I say textbook, it wasn't even textbook.
I love how he knows.
It's the rule of law in this game. If Spawn's back is to the corner, and by no means, and that's the only thing that you need to look out for right there, is if Spawn's back is to the corner, in the corner, his forward throw becomes a launching KB that keeps you restood, and to have a nice day, there's nothing you can do about half your life disappearing.
Absolutely. And then
He's
another
abusing him in this
escape.
corner. This is jail, by the way. When it spawns 3-4 in the corner, he's just gonna bully you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, another grab. All right, I think we counted, 4 grabs right now. Are we gonna get another one? Nope.
Ow! But he shimmied him. He showed him the same exact thing, which was dash up in your face.
Yep.
Slight hesitation. Forward 3.
All right, canceling. I think he was trying to grab a shot at the low gunshot.
If only he didn't cancel, he would have been going for a ride.
Very nice. That cape is also such a good use of space control. Definitely catching you at the full length of it. And then of course that stand 3, another good button that Spawn has. Breaking out the pool to get the meter back. Look at that meter!
He's just like, I'm not even gonna deal with it. This is unnecessary.
I think that's
No,
Dark?
don't put out the arms. Dark.
Dark J definitely understanding that. What am I
Implement the
supposed to
5
do?
Ds of dodgeball, my friend. Dodge, tuck, tip, dive, and dodge.
I think that's the first time I've seen someone just straight up not even wait for the damage to happen, right? It's like, I'll take the loss. Let me go back to
It was on the
character select.
second normal. He's like 3, 4, and we're just gonna go into the next one. Because that's what Spawn does. He just wakes up and he pukes damage.
Yeah, it's really hard to get out of that corner. Not just damage too, those staggers. If you think about it, you have to stand. Mighty Unjust is not even on the layers of staggers. He's still on layer 1, which is just straight up checking Darkjack right there.
Look at that Darkjack. I think he thought that Unjust. I mean, he showed him some slight negative frames.
That pool no longer in effect, but look at his bar already back with 1. Trying to flawless block those projectiles. Very nice counter there from Mighty Unjust.
And the reason,
Beautiful ball block.
that was ridiculous. The reason why you see Unjust go for a move like that too is because Spawn, when he's got the offensive bar, that projectile becomes a menace up close, becomes a menace full screen, and of course it gives him a launcher at any time. And so offensive bar with Spawn is him in the kitchen cooking up a storm.
Spawn is just cooking. Definitely looking really solid right here.
Oh!
That's another thing too. His projectile, I think, has some nice hit advantage where you kind of have to okay, yeah, you're blocking or not. Another good crushing bow there.
I will have to bring up that I am now officially flabbergasted because he pulled out the meter gaining special move fully at meter. So maybe the intention was to pull it up and then just send an EX projectile and just get started.
Yep, no, that's also a really smart move there to do that, right? If you want that meter, right? Resources are very important here in Mortal Kombat 11, especially when it comes to amplifying and even making your opponent guess what you're about to do.
There it is, just coming back. Oh nope, goes around a hit.
Jumping over the bullets there.
Uh-oh.
Not looking good, goes for the grab.
That was kind of
And that was a
absurd.
brutal.
You can't see it, but I certainly can. Oh my goodness, that was domination. That was full control.
Very full control. I think that was a very fun match to watch as far as seeing Mighty Unjust on Spawn.
Yes.
you know, Spawn is definitely the character that like I feel like very few actually get to pick him in tournaments unless you're like an extreme loyalist, right? Like we talk about K-Mac and a couple of others that have played the character. But seeing Mighty just play that and playing it really solid. Like I mentioned, having gone beyond like into layer 2 or layer 3 where you're staggering like that's stand 3,
Yep.
Or even staggering the cape as well.
Stand
the cape
1,
is,
back 1, was it forward 2? A lot of buttons from Spawn.
Yes, absolutely. And it was just full on checking Dark Jack every single time.
And when it comes to Spawn, he can do it at ranges where the normals and the buttons that you are going to press yourself are at a range where they're not going to mess with the normals that Spawn is going to press. Stand 3 is an incredibly, almost impossible button to beat at max distance.
Yes.
The 4 that follows it up is even more disgusting, becoming a mid and goes even farther. Back 1,
Yep.
it's just this big active, it's this big thing that exists. It's just there.
It's just that
Right?
hitbox. It's right. It's just taking the entire screen
It's
up.
massive. It can hit you here, but Spawn's back here like I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah,
I can't
I'm
be
chilling.
hit. 3-4. This is a Spawn main right here. They just stand at this distance from you, and they just stand 3, like little crane strikes from Shang back in Deadly Alliance. He's just like, that's what it feels like.
I also think it's so cool that NetherRealm was able to add such a graceful character. I think the last time Spawn was in, before MK11, was in Soul Calibur, and it was mostly his sword, because obviously that game is more focused on weapons than anything. The fact that NRS was able to implement not only his sword, but in his like full-on punches, just the cape. I think that's like the most iconic thing.
100%.
Very, very much impressive with the level of design for that character.
Now, look at who we got coming up
I'm
next.
so
This is a name I haven't seen in a while.
Yes.
I haven't seen this man compete since KIT, like 7 years. No, 2 years ago. KIT.
2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years.
This is Rio, ladies and gentlemen, going up
Yep.
against Sny Guy. Yo, boy, Rio.
Sny Guy is, he's actually interesting. He's one of the more welcoming, I would say, up-and-coming streamers with Mortal Kombat 11.
Let's go.
Very much a community member.
Find
that
his stream,
really,
guys.
Yeah, that just really brings in time to actually people to play in. Not too much on tournaments, but more about just playing and practicing with each other. And I think that's always more important than anything. It's definitely introducing the game to newer players, newer people, new faces, and whatnot. And then, of course, Rio! I've been waiting to be able to commentate one of his matches, and when I found out that he was coming to EVO, it was definitely a very nice surprise that I'm extremely happy that he was able to make it.
Looked like he came out of a hyperbolic time chamber.
Also, can we
IRL, but also is he about to show us something nasty in MK? Because we haven't seen his potential Jackie in a while.
really quick, he's wearing the Rengoku shirt. You already know that he is the OG here with that.
Saki, I'm not an anime guy.
I'm upset. I'm upset. How
Although,
are you not an anime guy?
Wait. Which one?
Rengoku? That's like the best fire dealer, fire swordsman
In what?
in Demon Slayer.
Okay, I started it. I'm in season 1. Don't judge. Don't judge, guys.
All right, we're gonna be starting off here. This is gonna be Jackie versus Cassie. And this is gonna be the version of upgraded Jackie, except with that goop.
And Rio, known for being one of the most aggressive Jackies. Like back in the day when it was all Jackies, it was all the scene kind of new at the time.
Yep.
He was one of the premier Jackies even at that time, and that's why it's got me so excited to see him here competing at Evolution, because we know that he's got the skill to do it.
Now this is interesting because this is another variation of Cassie where she has those leaps, and she sort of tries to play that movement game that is similar to Jackie. But as you can see, it's not as flexible or versatile compared to how Jackie's just able to continue pressuring rather, with those strings.
For a second, Cassie on the stream as well. And Jackie, are a lot of people going to be re-prepared for Jackie? Because she's kind of disappeared from the competitive community. You know, it's always there at the top of the list, top of the tier lists. But as people, I feel like, got used to fighting 700 of them per tournament, right? They got used to it. And so can Rio come in with this Jackie that no one's seen in a while? Cause some upsets. Oh, that wake up down moment's a little animalistic. I'm afraid to press wake up buttons against her because the mid
Yeah, her mids are extremely good. Those down one checks are also really good. It leads into a nice strike throw situation like you just see here. Here we see Sign Guy trying to...
Even Rio was like, I can't believe you just did it. Shy Guy, or sorry, Sny Guy laughed, and Rio was just
okay,
like,
that was very close to killing. Okay, goes into the throw. This is extra damage because of the goop.
Dead!
That's dead! Wow! Even Rio's like, I'm glad! I'm glad!
I don't ever want to hear a single complaint about 18% command grabs again. Never in my life do I want to hear that. Her regular throw just did 18. Saki!
Listen!
Jackie!
Listen, that is her goop.
With a 9-frame mid! With a 9-frame mid, she did that!
I don't know what to tell you, man. That's Jackie. And this is Cassie. They're both characters with low health, so that you already know that any free damage is gonna hurt.
Oh, you ain't lying. Oh my goodness, that was a lot to, again, how many times have we seen people late break eating over a third of their health? I'm not liking these late decisions, but it's a good side switch. Nice.
Okay, good combo here right now. That's gonna leave on the restand. A flawless block off of the hit advantage. Really good call here from Rio. Nice air-to-air, though, from Sny Guy. Really trying to come back from this health deficit.
And I like that he held the fatal blow right there. He's given the opportunity, but he recognized one more situation. Do it, and if you would have got a confirmation, Sny Guy. I like the way he's playing. The in and out almost got the anti-air too, and it could have been a miraculous comeback. Is denied by the jump-in from Rio.
Sny Guy is actually playing really smart. It's just, again, you have to play perfect with Jackie. One mistake costs you the entire game in these situations.
Ooh.
Really good breakaway, I would say, especially with the continuation that Rio could have done there in that combo. That is plus trying to dash up and even check with that delay. Oh, the down one into the backdash! Oh, missing the last hit off of the down two. That goo, though, still hitting.
Petrified. Oh, the goop. If he didn't do the low shot, would the hurt box have extended out and gotten clipped? We'll never know as Rio takes a 2-0 lead. I love that Sny Guy put himself in a situation and attempted a sequence that would have taken the entire thing, though. I like. Used the fatal blow. Had a hit forward. Round. That's some juicy damage of his own.
And he said, Brown get boot. Uh,
Get a frame.
next has been
This first. Instant. Oh, boy.
Jackie. We gotta love her. Alright. Sny Guy trying to play some spacing here.
Oh,
I think that was like a delayed jump in, wasn't it? It felt like that right there.
it's one of those jump-ins that hit from so far that the person that did it didn't even think it was gonna work.
Okay, breaking away early, trying to avoid that big damage. Trying to get my guy. They'll take that.
No.
Really just fault does hurt.
When you look at Cass, and you're gonna eat another 34%.
Yeah, that was one thing too, right? Is that that second round in that last game, you know, great fatal blow. Obviously, that shocked Rio, and he was like, "Wow, I can't believe I got hit by that. Like that's crazy." And then, you know, once you see Sny Guy really in that fatal blow sort of range, he no longer had it. So then that meant that he had to hit Rio not just twice, but multiple times just to be able. And that's again optimally.
Yeah,
That's
and
not.
he had a lot of drops where if he would have gotten that damage, would have been in a much better position. I mean, that one huge air-to-air where he read it, where Rio leaped himself into the corner. If you would have converted that, it could have been a restand, pressure, have a nice day with Cassie Cage. But alas, the victory going to Rio. And coming up next, Ice wins ketchup and mustard somewhere. Are going names. Yes. I want to